Council meetings are long and boring. Wouldn't it be great if they were short and unboring? This is why I have invented the 5-minute meeting. There's music here. Graphics. Ooh, it looks great. It's fantastic. Oh, it's like Disney did it. Hey, Jim Falkenstein here with the Ashland City Council meeting of May 3rd. The councilors are live in the room, but the public is on Zoom. That's better than nothing, right? And this one goes, hey, this other one has something to say, and this unusual opening to the meeting. She goes, hey, I have a melanoma on my nose. So healthcare is important, but I will tell my story as I get treatment. So she's hanging in there. She will still be a counselor. And then a woman from the Amigo Club. That supports the Ashland and Sister City Guanajuato relationship. And they raise money for travel exchanges, and there's going to be 4th of July activities. And then the second Amigo lady showed up and said, hey, we gave that old mayor a plaque to the city thanking you all for a bunch of stuff years ago. Where is that? And it was an uncomfortable silence. And everyone looked around like, nobody knows. And she goes, I'm going to look into that for you, guys. And she goes, all right. Anyway, we're looking forward to the annual June visit of Ashland officials to Guanajuato. And then the public forum. This was all in Zoom, of course. So a gray-haired lady with earrings, and she says, babies and trees are affected by unnatural 5G, and we have a lot at stake. And then the OG 5G lady, I think she's right there, and it says, I am filled with hope. And I am requesting a moratorium on any new telecommunication towers. And then a woman in glasses said, transportation systems plan is coming, and transportation is 30% of pollution, and she just really wants less cars. And then a woman in blue shirt said, the PERS budget reporting change last meeting is wrong and should be retracted. And then a woman without video said, 5G towers can catch fire, and they are a danger. And then the city manager's report, he said, thanks to staff for setting up this hybrid Zoom live meeting. And May 17th, Pioneer Hall and the community center plans will be brought to the council for approval. Huzzah. And, so that's good. And then consent agenda, all approved. I hope that wasn't expensive. And then there was a public hearing, and some public works guy talked about some bureaucratic easement changing for curbs of some new city turnaround, and it's going to go to the guy who lives next to it, and that's all fine, I guess. And then this one says, she says, I brought this to the new agenda item because there's grants available for renewable energy, and the deadline's June 6th, so we got to get going. And the city manager said something about EOCs need something. Anyone on that? EOCs? Okay. And then this one says, I move that staff bring a plan to apply for this community renewable projects grant. And this one says, just FYI, this is 100% free grant, all grant, no matching money, so FYI. And then that was all approved. And then the quarterly finance lady showed up. She says, she says, any numbers that seem low, it's just because of accounting report errors, and all other funds are fully funded, and I'm happy with income and expenditures. And that woman who talked about PERS, remember her earlier? I'm sensitive to that, and I'm looking into that. And this guy goes, hey, the insurance fund used to be like this giant problem, a hole of pit of money, but now it has a surplus. What's up with that? And the finance lady said, I was before me, so I have no idea. And then a resolution to increase the loan from $2.5 to $3.5 million for the wastewater, that's the sewer, right? Okay, outflow to the Bear Creek. And this one says, she goes, hey, was this always the plan to increase the money by $1 million? And the public works guy goes, the guy before me set this up. So I think maybe it was always the plan. And so that's a new city catchphrase. The buck stops with that guy before me, not with me. And then this one says, so you're asking for another $1 million loan. Is this it, or are we going to get more? And the public works guy goes, oh boy, maybe. It's a super cheap loan. It's 1%. And then this one goes, she goes, where's this again? He goes, he says, oh, yeah, that's so $3.5 million. That's the final price. So that's it, right? And public works guy says, yeah, not real convincing. And then this one says, so is this going to solve our problem with the wastewater temperature problem forever in Bear Creek? And the public works guy goes, sure. So that passed 5-2. Who are the two that said no, thank you very much? There's 2. So it did pass. And then a resolution about garbage rate increase. The city attorney, in March when the council denied the Recology, that's our garbage company, rate increase, she says, we were in violation of an agreement where if Recology asks for a rate increase, the city has to say yes. So council gets to vote, but it is against the law to vote no. And I think that's how Putin gets elected every year, but apparently we're doing that. So the garbage guy says, no, this is standard. This is a pretty standard process. And this guy, of course, you guys are the best community partners. You guys do the greatest work. I move to allow garbage rate increase. And that passed also 4-2 again. And then this one said something about that the senior center had a great event last week. Okay, maybe they did. End of meeting, you're welcome.